Okay guys, Silver Skull Gamer here. This is actually take two because the previous video got jacked up. So I, you would have seen me unpackage these pieces. Just got these from PuppetsWar. I guess I'll try to speed up so this thing doesn't crash again. And let's fix the zoom, or focus, excuse me. Fixing the focus. Okay. So I got two walker arms for a project I'm doing for a friend from PuppetsWar. I haven't bought anything from them in a while. They've been receiving some little bit of criticism on their Daka news and rumors thread because I will even admit that their quality control isn't the best from all the resin guys I've got. So far, Anvil Industries is clearly the best. But so far, these look pretty good. Most of the studs have turned out. There's not the flash is minor, the mold line is minor. But some of the studs or rivet heads are a little malformed. There's good detail. PuppetsWar made these walker arms. First of all, I kind of like the pre-Heresy style shoulder pads, and they're ambidextrous, which is pretty nice. They got this centered ball joint, and so that you can use their arm, build them either left or right. So overall, I think this is pretty good stuff so far. So let's move on. Okay, you get two sets of these pieces, which is basically a. I gotta look at the pieces. A flamer, uh, basically your storm bolter barrels, and then actually a little short melt-a-barrel, which I think they should have made a little bit longer because you can really. It's kind of hard to tell what it's supposed to be. Same with the storm bolter barrels, but it's kind of like the Contemptor setup, um, which seems like if I'm not mistaken, PuppetsWar actually came out with this before the Contemptor was released. But these weapons actually go inside these fists, and here is what we really want to look at. These are the claws. As you can see, this one, the claws are a little kind of pinched in. Maybe that's design. I think that's actually designed that way because one is open and one's kind of closed. But I imagine with a little heating up and repositioning, these would be, you could kind of position them open or shut, or So I don't know if you can see. Let's see if you can get that. So inside there is where the weapons that I just showed you, the weapon tips, will go. As you can see, there's quite a lot of flash on both of these. I'm going to be using these as blood talons. Let's see how serious this stuff is here. It's not too serious. Well, that's kind of thick. So that's kind of substantial flashing there towards the bottom. If it just doesn't break away, you actually have to cut it. And I need a sharper X-Acto. I need to change my X-Acto blade. Alright, it looks like most of it's going to break away. It's not too bad, it's just a lot of it. It's kind of annoying, especially when it gets a little thicker. Like here, this should be... That's kind of thick, that's going to suck. But I guess what I was really worried about was bubbles destroying detail, which I have not seen so far. So that's good. I haven't seen any blatant miscasting, except for these claws. They may need to cast these claws on a sprue separately and then have you glue them on the plate. I think casting them this way is that's a little. I think that's a little complicated. Um, because as you can see, there's a lot of flash, and it does get kind of thick down here. Um, yeah, that's a glob of resin right there. So, and maybe they need to cast these claws on a sprue and then the round plate. Then you cut them off and position it how you want it. That would probably be better. Cause oh my goodness, yeah, that's. You see that bridge between right here? That is kind of a thick two pieces of resin bridging together, coming off the hoses. So not too excited. That kind of sucks. I mean, I'll get it right, you know, but you're always happier with. Damn it! Stab myself again. You're always happier with the least amount of work you have to do to pieces before you paint them. So there we go. You see my blood, blood for the blood god. Um, yeah. Okay, so here's the main arms. That's the joint hole. Like I said, they built these ambidextrous, so you can just switch them around. Build them either left or right. There's some flash on top. Otherwise, the hoses look good. Oh, there we go. There's a big old bubble. I'll try to fill that in with liquid green stuff and sand it over. That's the first bubble I've seen. The flash. Otherwise, that looks pretty darn good. Let's check out the other one. There's a little bubble. It didn't go all the way through, but there's a little indentation right here. There you go. You see the shadow? Oh, there's, and then there's right here. Not too bad overall, though. So, I don't know. I think it's going to look cool, though. Yeah, I just think I do think they need to change the way they make these right here. So that's a little warped too, actually. If you can see the curvature on that, I think if they made this as 6 separate pieces on a single sprue, they'd be a lot better off. You have the 5 claws and then the plate, and just all on a little, lined up on a little sprue. The claws sticking up, and the plate fixed on there. They'd be better off that way. Be more of a pain, really, kind of for us, because you got to clip and glue more pieces together, but it would save them a lot of trouble instead of trying to cast this as one piece. So actually, I think that's why these claws are so together, now that I look at it more, is that the base is actually warped. Okay, so, and I'm going to be using this. Quick diversion here. Well, yeah, here we go. So what I'm making is, for my buddy, is a Death Company Dreadnought. And if you don't know, the actual, oh man, what did I do with the box? Okay, this is another, well, so the Death Company Dread, or Furioso, what's it actually called? Furioso Dreadnought Kit comes with 3 Dreadnought fronts. So you get Death Company, the Librarian, and then your Blood Angels guy, right? and it's got a bunch of different leg guards, lots of weapon options. There's lots of bits. So, if you buy just off eBay, if you just buy the vanilla dreadnought bodies, you could build 2 more of those. Just the bodies. You would need a couple left or right arms, which, by the way, this is $10 for a set of these, I think. I believe that's right. Ooh. Hello. Oh, okay. So what I did to be a little different, though, I really like the Venerable Dreadnought double smokestack set, right? So I ordered a Venerable Dreadnought body off of eBay. The issue is, as you can see, the difference in the front plates, where the heads go in. And you can really see it if I do this. You see how far back the Venerable Dreadnought, how far back that goes. What happens is I'm going to have a gap with the top plate. That's a little exaggerated, but basically that's what it's going to look like. There's going to be a gap that I'm going to have to use green stuff. I guess I'm not much of a sculptor. Not looking forward to bridging that gap, honestly. I was thinking about maybe using plastic card, but that'd be some small plastic card work. I don't know. So I got a gap there. I got to fill that in. But then I get the cool smokestack, and everything else is the same. But so for the money compared to buying the bits right now, especially after June when eBay and the other places are going to be your only source, I think this is pretty good value because I've got basically two blood claw. It's blood claw, right? Blood talon arms for like the same price as one arm off of eBay. I got 2. That's basically what it worked out to, because those arms, they're selling them individually and they're expensive, and if you buy a pair, they're obviously more expensive. So I think it's pretty cool. Looking forward to putting this together. There's not a whole lot of cleanup work except with these claws, but I think it's a pretty good buy. Maybe PuppetsWar will heed my advice and change how they cast this, and then I think they'd be golden as far as this set's concerned. I mean, people that complain about, flash, that's not a big deal because most of it just breaks off. You just run your backside of your knife over it and it just comes off. But the problem is here we've got some problems. That's a thick glob of resin and warpage. So, okay, I'm gonna stop rambling. You guys stay tuned, like, comment, please, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.